What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Copart walk around. This is the last walk around of the week. So that means we're gonna have, I think, 2 motorcycles in this one. Sorry, there were like 2 motorcycles in this auction. So that's all I could show you. Even though you're gonna see a barn full of them, I can only actually show you 2 of them. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be towards the end of the video. So if you wanna skip it and go to the motorcycles, hey, go right on ahead. That's at the end. I wanna give a big shout out and thank you to Copart Corporate Office, Copart Yard 18 here at 2829 Southeast 15th Street in Del City, Oklahoma. And a big shout out to all of you for making this video series possible every single week. Hey, if you enjoy the content, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video on your social media accounts. Now, let's jump into it. Number 1 on my list, a 2016 Chevy Cruze. Now, if you think I'm just looking at this and not interested in it, you're wrong. This is one I'm definitely interested in because it's a flood car, and you know how much I love flood cars. I am considering getting something a little more economical for the routine trips that I'm making every day. I have put 600 miles in the last 4 days on my 2012 Chevy Cruze Eco that has 161 or 162,000 miles on it. The turbocharger just went out on it, and I've ordered a new exhaust manifold with the turbocharger assembly attached. And I'm thinking, you know, that car is finally starting to show its age. It's starting to get some wear to it. Maybe I need to be looking for something a little bit newer, a little less miles, that's going to get good gas mileage. Maybe. I'm not sold on it yet, but I saw this and I thought, what would be better than another Chevy Cruze? Like I said, it's a 16 Cruze, it's a flood car, but it says it runs and drives. Now, why it's totaled, not entirely sure. I haven't looked it over yet, but you can see right there, TL, total loss. It's got 74,000 miles on it, so that's quite a bit of miles for a 16 model, right? That's quite a bit of miles. But sniff test. Well, it doesn't smell like mildew or mold or anything like that. I hope it fires up because it says it's a run and drive, and I truly am interested in this one. I don't mind a flood car. Flood cars don't bother me. Fired right up. Yeah, it fired right up. Let's turn this radio off. Let's turn the AC down. Low fuel. Let's give it a little rev. Make sure I don't hear any funny noises or anything. It does feel like it's running a tad rough. When you give it some gas, it seems like it clears up. The AC is not functioning at all. Oh wait, there it goes, I think. We'll give it time. Let's check under the hood. Got to pull this. This is weird. Like this thing, you got to pull it like twice. Look how flimsy this is. This is what I hated because I actually bought a 17 Cruze. Yeah, the air conditioning just kicked in, so the air conditioning's working. Power windows work. And we've got no warning lights on the dash. None. This could be a score. We've got Hancooks on the back, but we've got Iron Mans on the front. So we got an Iron Man on the front here. We've got a Hankook on the back. These 2 tires look to be in really good shape. And we've got a Hankook on the back here. Yes, so the back tires match. Is the front one an Iron Man too? No, the front one is a Douglas. Okay, so somebody put all kinds of mismatched tires on here. There must have been a slight impact that popped the bumper, or maybe the bumper was taken off and they just didn't put it back on very well. Let's have a look under here. Here's the new Ecotech. You can see how it's shaking a little bit. At the same time, it does say it's low on fuel. So she's low on gas, and who knows how long this car has been sitting. There's a very good possibility the gas, if it's ethanol gas, has started to go bad. So it could definitely be a thing of, on a turbocharged engine especially, high compression, probably going to have to get some better fuel, put some good gas in it with no ethanol. This is one I think I take a risk on because it seems to run great. Really need to put it in gear. Just drop that hood, make sure it closes, and it does. You know, this car actually would look pretty decent sitting next to the Camaro. You guys know how I love my GMs. You know this. Let's check the back seat here. We'll look in the trunk. Yeah, as far as a flood though, man, I can see a water line, what looks to be a water line up to about here maybe. Or maybe, if you look over here, maybe it's more up to here. So maybe water did get in the car, maybe it didn't. I don't know. Let's look under the floor mats and see what there's nothing. It's clean under the floor mats. Interesting. There's no rust on the rails down here. You can look at the rails under the seats, and if you see rust on them, you can get a pretty good idea of how high the water got. But I don't see any rust. I'm very confused as to what happened to this car and how it ended up being a flood car. Let's take a look in the trunk. Maybe it sank from the back and the trunk went underwater. I don't know, man. Cars like this intrigue me. That's part of why I love flood cars, man. Flood cars are a mixed bag. They really are. You don't know what you're going to get in a flood car. It doesn't look like any water has been in the trunk. Take a look. I can't see down there, but take a look in the battery compartment. You'll have to comment and tell me, does it look like water has been in the battery compartment? It doesn't look like water got into this car at all. This is not a bad looking ride. I'm going to watch this one and we're going to see what it goes for. I am going to put it in gear real quick. I don't want to get too excited. I'm actually excited about this. Oh man, that AC is nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, that AC works good. Put it in. Yep, backup camera and everything. It works. Goes forward just fine. Okay. To me, this looks like a win. Crank it back up one more time. Let's make sure the power... Yep. It seems like a good car. Fire it up one more time. Starts right up. Here's a donation. Listed as a run and drive with low miles. It's a 2002 Honda Accord Coupe, and it's a stick shift. The issue I have with stick shifts is back in the day, you could sell them no problem. They sold like hotcakes because they got great gas mileage. Today, however, it seems like the art of driving a stick shift is gone. It's dead. People just don't drive them anymore. Automatics have become faster, more efficient, and even in some cases more reliable than a stick shift transmission. So today, buying a 5-speed or a 6-speed is a little sketchy when you're looking to make a flip, make a profit, because it could take a while to sell it. You're going to find the right buyer. On top of that, with this car, you've got this horrible paint peel. I mean, or clear coat peel. It's rough. This car would have to go literally dirt cheap. The front tire is not very good over there. The back tire it's acceptable, but it's not great. Excuse me, allergies, man. This back tire, not too good. Hey, it's got one tire. It looks like it's new. It looks like someone replaced one tire. Man, you know, when I buy tires, I buy a set of 4. I just do them. Now, that's not entirely true. On my Corvette, the back tires were brand new on my C6, but the front tires were worn down pretty badly. In that case, I just bought a set of front tires because on staggered cars, you can't rotate your tires. So you end up with tires wearing down before others. So in that case, it's okay, but on a car like this, come on now, you don't have staggered rims or anything. Uh-oh, is it gonna start? What do you think? Is the old Honda gonna start? Let's find out. Oh, well. You know what I don't hear is the fuel pump. I do not hear the fuel pump. Well, yeah, she's not even trying. It's cranking, but it's not even trying at all. Now, you got to watch out for some of these. There are people, well, you know what? Honestly, that shouldn't even be possible because they've got people that come out here and escort you now. But used to, people would come out here and steal the fuel pump relays off of some of these cars so that they would sell cheaper because they don't actually run and drive. And because of that, you could get it for a cheaper price. I'm not going to go through and do any real research on this. Well, I guess we could. Let's pop the hood. Let's see if we can see. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll tell you that there's a fuel pump relay, where it's at or something like that, and maybe we can see if something's missing. Let's see here. Fuel pump relay, fuel pump ABS, stop, hazard, horn, lighting, power windows, defroster, 100 amp spare, ignition main, heater, fuse puller, cooling fan. Interesting. Well, we know that the ignition main is there. It's cranking over just fine. Looking in here, just off the top of my head, I don't see anything missing. So, unfortunately, it could be a fuse. It's hard to say. Unfortunately, I don't have time to sit here and go through all of the little fuses and relays and stuff. So it's one of those things, you know, if you come out here and it doesn't run, then I'm just going to walk away from it and go find something else, which sucks because this could have been, for the right price, this could have been a decent little flip car. It could be a bad fuel pump. It's a car that maybe it sat for a while. Who knows? Timing belt could have slipped too. It's hard to say. So we're just going to walk away from this one and go look at something else. Now this is a beauty. An 04 BMW 645 Ci. I love it. I love it. It's listed as mechanical damage, and I'm sure you've already spotted the mechanical damage yourself. This door is not closed. Door will not close. Oh, dang, there it goes. I think it's a gorgeous car. I do. What do you think of the 645? I would drive the you-know-what out of this car. I sure would. 85,000 miles on the clock. Like I said, listed as a no run, no drive due to mechanical damage. And if you get up front here and you get down a little bit lower, you can see that somebody they hit something. It's a low hit. They ran over something pretty low. I wonder how bad the damage is. We've got some oil leaking. We've got oh, there's pieces missing. Huh. Well, I thought this was going to be an accident car, but it looks like there's actually parts that are just missing from it. There are lines down here that are disconnected and just hanging. It looks like an oil cooler down there. Yeah, there's just some braided steel lines down there that are disconnected and just hanging under the engine. I don't know. That's bizarre. Let's see if does it have coolant? It does. It's full of coolant. Okay. Huh. Well, what kind of mechanical damage could this thing be known for? I'm sure this is one of the most reliable BMWs ever produced, right? It looks like it's full of oil. So that's a good sign. It looks like somebody tried to jump start it. So, huh. I would be willing to bet that there's a million of you BMW people watching this video, and you're going to know exactly what's wrong with it from the moment I showed it to you. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'll bet you do. I'll bet it's got some kind of an engine issue. Yeah, of course, dead as a doornail. No surprise there. That's kind of to be expected. I like the interior though, man. I really do. The interior is pretty clean. I know it's an older BMW, but I like it. What is this? Is this one of those cars that the engine is notorious for timing chain issues or something like that? Timing chain guides breaking. Boy, this thing looks like it must have been sitting a long time. These tires are, I mean, just rotted. All of them. Yeah, I can see the back ones are rotted out too. Yeah, this car has been sitting for quite a while. Man, what could possibly be wrong with a BMW at 83,000 miles? I don't get it. I don't get it. I think we'll save this one for somebody else. I don't think that we're up to this job. Do you guys remember the little Z car? This thing has dropped in price. The buy it now I think is now like $16,800 for this thing, man. $16,800. And this is the one that had it had like minor roof damage back in the day. It's been rebuilt, it's been repaired, 11,000 miles on. It's an 18 370Z with 11,000 miles. It's the convertible, and the car is 16 grand, like 16.5. If I had the extra cash, I'd buy the sucker in a heartbeat. Beautiful, beautiful car. Speaking of BMWs, how about an 07 BMW 750? Now this car looks clean. It's listed as a run and drive. What do you guys think? I'm not sure what the mileage is on it. This looks pretty decent. Little paint chip back there on the bumper, no big deal. Wait a minute, I've seen this before. Hold on a minute. Boy, some of you would have to be OGs on this channel to remember this car. I remember this because that one wheel is different. This wheel right here is different, and the rest of them are going to be this this type of wheel right here. All right, let's look around. Let's see. Yep. No. I saw this car here before. If I remember right, I even bid on it. 119,000 miles, huh? Yeah, I remember you. This panel was missing. There should be pieces laying in the back seat too, right? Oh, I can't, hold on. Where's the dadgum unlock button? Let's just look back here. Yeah, there's pieces back there. Trim pieces, yep. I remember this car. I wonder what happened to it. Other than, of course, it's dead as a doornail. Yeah. Wow. Surely this car sold, right? And it just ended up back here again? I haven't seen this car in a long time, man. I mean a long, oh my God, that hood. Yeah, it's been a cool minute since I've seen this one. But I remember it. So because of that, I can tell you right now, I don't know why it's here. I don't know if it never sold and it just kind of got forgotten about. I don't know if it sold and someone tried and just gave up on it and it ended back up here. But I can tell you this, I'm not going to find out why it's back here. We're going to walk away from it. How about a 2001 Dodge Dakota quad cab? This is the V6. 194,000 miles, but this is a donation. You guys know I like donations about as much as flood cars because you just don't know what you're gonna get. I don't see any lights on in this. Oh, the interior looks questionable. I'll show you that in a minute. I kind of feel like maybe I've looked at this one already. Yeah, that is a doornail, of course. Huh. Look at the ceiling. Like, what is all this? Soda pop? Maybe a can of soda exploded in the truck. It's all over the pillar over there. I'm gonna guess somebody must have left a soda in here or something. I hope somebody left a soda in here. And that's what it is. Lots of dog hair. Just lots of splatter all over. It's kind of bizarre, but I'm pretty sure that's soda. The back tires here have zero tread on them at all. Let's take a look. The other tire, I think this one's bald. Yeah, this tire is completely bald. So I don't know what happened there. It's not a bad looking truck. It needs one heck of an interior detail. And whatever is splattered all over there, like it really needs cleaned up. I'm certain this is the V6 because I could swear we've looked at this before. But then again, I'm thinking maybe it was the one from last week. We looked at one similar to this last week, if you guys remember. But it was a, where's the hood release? That one was a rust bucket. That one was completely rotted around the fender wells and up here and all down there. So this is not that one. I think maybe that's what it is. I'm just getting this one confused. And when you come out here as often as I do, that happens. You get confused a lot about what cars are ones you've already looked at, which ones are ones you haven't. Okay, let's see here. Looks like the V6. Okay, so I was at least right about that. Let's check coolant. I only get into checking this stuff when it's something I'm truly interested in checking. I don't see any coolant down in there, but it is a little moist on the radiator cap, so that's a good sign. Maybe it's not completely bone dry. Check the engine oil, see what it looks like. Let's have a quick peek here. Oil is clean. Or no, it's not. Well, it's full. I wouldn't say it's clean, but it's not totally dirty either. I'd say pretty average oil. Check the trans. If we can get the dipstick to go back in. Goodness, that's tough. See what the transmission dipstick looks like. Okay, that's all right. It's not black. It's not pink. It's kind of a maroon. So the transmission is due for a service, but it doesn't, you know what, let me check for sparkles in it real quick. Yeah, okay. I don't see any sparkles in the transmission fluid, so the transmission is most likely good on this. That's how I prefer transmission fluid. I don't like it pink. I know it can mean that someone just recently changed the fluid as preventative maintenance, but it's been my experience. When you buy a car with pink tranny fluid, 9 times out of 10 for me, it's been because there was a transmission problem. Someone tried to fix it after it was too late, and you know, the transmission is shot. So the oil looks average, the transmission fluid looks average, the coolant is low, but you know, that's fine. That doesn't bother me too much. This could be a good deal. It's listed as a run and drive, right? It is. It's listed as a D for drive. So this could be a good little work truck. I know you guys are wondering about the GMC, and I got more work to do on it, and it's frustrating because all this time that it's sitting and I'm working on it, I'm also working on another house, and I need a truck to haul materials for the house, and I just don't have the GMC sorted out enough yet to be taking on those long drives. You know, it's a good distance. It's a good distance. I'm putting over 120 miles a day driving out there, and I really need something I can get in and drive. So maybe this could be it, maybe not. Maybe we'll sell the GMC when I'm done getting it running again, or maybe we'll keep it and use it. I don't know. Moving on. Now it's time for bikes. We've only got 2 today. We've got a 2017 Harley Davidson XG750. It doesn't look that bad. What do you guys think? Looks like we got a broken turn signal over here. Little Gorilla Tape, man. Look, I already fixed it. That just added value to it. I wonder how many miles she's got on her. Let's find out. Let's see if we've got battery. 5,000 miles. How about that? That's not bad at all. This side doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like this is the side that took the hit. We got a broken turn signal over here as well, but the gas tank looks fine. The pegs, everything over here looks, well, no, this one's a little chewed up right here. Why does something like this become salvage? There must be more to it, man. There's got to be something that I'm just not seeing on here. It's a little chopped up right here, a little beat up. Not too bad, though. To me, it looks like you could get on this thing and just ride off in it. You know what I mean? I like it. It looks good. It's a good looking bike. Last but not least, this one is listed as a 2018 Harley Davidson Fat Bob. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just what the Copart listing says. Dented up gas tank, a little bit of rust. Looks like it's been sitting that way for a while. Gas cap is dented up a little bit. Peg over here is definitely scraped up pretty good. Same thing with these over here, scraped up. The front end, man, this fender took a nasty hit. That thing is just crunched. Listed as a no start, so obviously something went terribly wrong with it. I wish I could scoot through here a little better, but I don't want to knock any of these bikes over, and I certainly don't want any to fall over on me because, you know, I would probably die. A little scratched up. Look at those rims, though, man. That is sick. That is sick. Let's see if we can come over here and take a look at this side. And everything over here looks pretty good. Huh. It's a clean looking bike, man. It really is. That mirror smashed too. You know, I see a lot of minor stuff. I don't see really anything major, but there's got to be something else to it, you know? There's got to be something that I'm just not seeing. I don't know anything about bikes, but I figure I'll show it to you anyway because so many of you have asked me to continue showing the bike content. And that is going to conclude this week's Copart walk around. It's the last video of the week. Stay tuned. We're going to have more next week. I appreciate y'all for joining me. If you haven't followed me on Instagram already, follow me on Instagram. It's Auto Auction Rebuilds. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And hey, if you really want to support the channel, you really want to do something, it's free. Share the video. Share the video with your friends. Share it on Facebook. Share it on MySpace if MySpace still exists. And share it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Just share the video. It really helps the channel out a lot. And that allows me to make more money. If I make more money, I can go out and actually buy more cars, better cars, because I've got a lot of my money invested in a house and renovations and a Porsche and a GMC right now. But hey, I appreciate all of you for what you do. Thank you to Copart for allowing me to do this. Stay safe out there, everybody. I'm going to catch you all very soon in the next one.